Right, hopefully this chat works alright and we get a few people on. Let me put the other light on because I'm on my phone, not on the better cameras. And that should turn up down there if it turns up. So let's patch two phones in and check they're working before we start. There's lines on the phone over here as the other one. So we need two banana clip cables technically to do this. These two will do. Don't need a crop clip yet for this stream. Right, Roach Maximum. Let's see if these still connect over here. Let's just get maximum length. Ow. Fell off the desk. Right, let's have a go. So, both in theory plugged in. Let's set them both their local battery. Let's give them a ring. That one's working. Yeah, and that one's working. Right, good. So both field telephones are technically working. Right, Rajiv. So I've got the field telephone set up on this stream. Don't know if you can hear the crappy old noise from those. Well, technically, if we get enough people on, I might give myself a shock one of these. Probably this British field telephone one in the background, because that one's a lot worse. But yeah, field telephones, since I started getting into them, are really bloody interesting in terms of how you can use them. Alright, Rich? Yeah, you might find this interesting as well, Rich, if you did the TIG welding or whatever it's called of the car batteries, just how these sort of voltage things operate. Oh, dial-up telephone, you mean one of these? Hang on, you can get it visible in the stream. Dial up like that. Yeah, they're great. I mean, they're awful if you want to quickly dial in a message, but yeah. That old unit has a dial-up in it. But yeah, these are very, very interesting old horrible devices. Yeah, that's the old British Army one. Wow, this is a weird thing. So this unit here is the technical British Army one from sort of the 70s and the 80s. And I've got the old sort of post-World War II British Army one, but I think this is the one they technically used because so many, you know, MOD sites sell them as surplus. Yeah, it would be very, very long trying to dial in lots of letters, wouldn't it? Like that, yeah. Which ones are TR1s? Because I know about several US TRs. They're not TR1s, but yeah. So this one's got a push to talk with a little button in the corner, if you can see it. No, it's even audible. Tell you what, if I put the speaker of this one, so that would be the speaker, wouldn't it, near the mic, and then talk on it, you might be able to hear it. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me on the microphone? Hello? Right, Rajiv, I can't remember that scene. It's probably where he picks a chair, is it, off the side of the building, where he blows up the floor. But the weird scene I can remember from Die Hard, speaking recently, is because there's a bloke at work I like to drink with. It's a scene from Die Hard 3 of Johnny comes marching home in the bank. Fort Knox is for tourists. Yeah, and the text is really small. Yeah, it's where he blows up, the strip. Yeah, that floor, exactly. What? And he goes, why do you care about glass? Before the bit where he gets the glass in his feet, yeah. It was these exact two telephones. Wow, I've done some in the others with the Russian one. But yeah, it's these exact two phones. It's these two calling out to each other. But yeah, sadly I ordered another one of these just because of how good they are. The big old linesman's telephones, because they're absolutely brilliant for using for any analog project you want to do. And I think I've got my slightly broken Soviet tappet around here somewhere. Oh no, that's fallen on the desk. There we go. Right, okay. Let's shove these two hulks over here. Right, let's put those there if they're not going to fall off. So we've also got a Soviet Tapik, the TA-57. The old commie bastard unit that they still use today. Well, it's in frame, I don't know if it's in frame or not. We can see if we can bring it up. Right, now what? Right, so let's plug some cables, so we'll get our field telephone operator box. And let's plug them into this bastard. So, 1, 2 into the ringer. Somebody's calling. If we connect this bastard to the CD battery, might still work on this. I think I can hear a slight signal on him. On the CB, that's where you do a central battery on, where you connect all the lines to another one's battery. Exactly, that's what Ukraine has proved. And again, the very grim thing I still find interesting with these is the electroshock torture thing you can do from all of these, which I'll demonstrate in the stream if enough people are on. I don't want to do it, but I've done it to myself once or twice. So, if enough people come on, I will demonstrate how electroshock torture works with these phones. eBay, basically. You can find all sorts of countries' field telephones on order over there. Hello? Yeah, because the not Yugoslav, sorry, Russian one, does it via a screw down there, if that's visible. Don't know if that's visible, but you basically set the two screws to whatever you want, rather than CB or LB. No, Art, because you don't know my phone number. I've not got on the main line. It's on two separate lines. And it's the magneto, isn't it, to call back on the Soviet one. Hang on. Slowly calling back, not very good. I'm trying to basically turn that little knob there, if you can see it. It's slightly ringing, but not very well. This one's a bit fucked. Yeah, my British Army one brings back much better. Electro Boom, his videos sound familiar. Which ones did he do? But yeah, somebody did a really good video on these particular field telephones. There's Techmoan. He's done one on these exact models. The old British Army PA, whatever that technical number is. 1705s. Yeah. Right, let's disconnect these bastards and we'll start it small off for this video. That might get me a strike from YouTube. Get it centered on there. And that's a very bad angle. Right. Yeah, no. It was almost good. Right, there we go. Right, hype. Yeah, we're playing with field telephones, so it's going to go badly. Shall we do, let's call a person on a field telephone. So we've got the two angles. So let's do the Tapic first. Let's get them both in that hand there. And I'm really dreading this. So you winch the... Oh, there's a bit of static there, like you're going to a CRT. Ow, ow, ow. Don't know if you can actually see it on the camera. It's pulsing a bit. Don't know if I'll be able to. Fuck! No, it doesn't arc because it's not a high enough amp. You can do them like that and there'll still be a good signal. Yeah, danger, danger, high voltage. When we kiss, when we touch. Yeah, but it's a very pleasant, strange feeling, almost, if you grip both of them when you dial them in. But that's a very slow dial, not the high magneto. It's really hard to explain. So when you're winding a magneto really slowly, it's kind of like somebody flicking your fingers. If we did it the fucking other way round. Right. Fuck it. Let's do the evil English ringer. 110 volts, why not? Just grip them like that and then ring. Ow! That's awful. That is fucking awful. Let's try again. Yeah. That's such a weird feeling. It's like if you ever used the Thames machine before, it's very similar to that. It's so it's basically if I can get this in frame. It's a very weird feeling. It's like somebody flicking your hand like that. It's not one of the really strong kind of pulse signals where you grip onto like a wire like that, you know, when there's a fatal electric shock. It's really weird. Yeah, basically, John. Yeah, but I'm pretty certain they don't arc when you do a call to a call. So like I said, if we get those here where they're very visible, and then do a call, nothing, nothing, nothing. Hold them together like this. Yeah, nothing, because it's not enough voltage to arc between two anodes. Yeah, if you hold them like this, fuck's sake, I'm gonna regret it. No. Oh, they're conducting for each other, aren't they? Oh, why isn't it ringing? Oh, one of the cables fell out. Yellow fell out. Right. Oh dear. Right, ready? Ow! Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, you don't want to be arced through. No, it's strange. It doesn't hurt. It's so weird to explain it. It's like a weird muscle compulsing pain. It doesn't hurt in the same way as, like, say, somebody cutting you or, like, burning you. It's strange. The phone, Neil converts them into about 100 volts articulating power. You know, AC. As in, we can ring another phone from them. So the idea of them is you patch them into the other phone. Let's do that. And then the idea is we can use the winch on this one. Is that doing it? No? Yeah, it's working. Let's read the comment close up. It moves up and your body doesn't it? What do you mean? It's your nerves. It's not why the torch thing's called the long distance call. Oh, I wonder if we can put the Soviet one to CB and leech off the British one's power. Is there not a proper switch for that? Okay, that's really stupid. So with the Soviet one, the middle wire button is K. If I can get that in frame. Can I get in frame? Yeah, so the middle button, if you can see it. No, you can't. Right, basically, the Soviet one has a middle button called K. So, like, test circuit normally on a Soviet thing, a K. And that's using central battery, as in pulling from the exchange. But you have to constantly hold it down on the Soviet model. Not sure now. We can try it. Let's see if I can get a good hold up little phone picture. Right, so you want to see if a ringer can burn paper. I've got an expired voucher here, so let's see if this can do it. I will do something like this if I can hold it now. Nope, it's fallen off. I wonder if I can impale a bit of paper between them. 1 second. Try and see if this does anything between the two tubes. No, I don't think it's high enough amps. That's the weird thing. It's like high voltage, low amp, so it makes you twitch, but it doesn't necessarily burn you, sort of, you know, do all that. I haven't had them long enough, Zach, but I suppose I could do. But what I haven't tried is the current, well, not current British Army phone, but the ones from the Cold War, late Cold War. So when the Plessy, this guy, was in service, they had a British Army telephone. So let's connect them to that and see if it's worse or better than this one. So we've got our 2 bits. Right. Okay. One second. Yeah, I think that's all disconnected. Right, where did I put the bloody UK ringer? There it is. Right, okay, so you want to see what this does? Well, I can get the current British Army one, but it's a bit shit because, like I said before, it's a digital sort of, you know, encrypted one you plug into these sort of old phones. So yeah, let's see what this fucking old unit does. The Raquel, whatever it is, 404 or whatever its name is. I won't plug this on with a croc clip in case it won't move. So let's do a green and blue through the telecoms ports on the top. It does its sample ring like this. Hang on. That's its fake sound. Right, okay. I'm not looking forward to this. Imagine it might be worse, but I don't think it's worse than the field line telephone, but whatever. Fucking hell, okay. It's not doing anything. Let's put them closer together on my palm. Oh! Fuck. Yeah, it works. Yes, it works. Right, I'll do that again. It wasn't too painful, actually, but yeah. Just so you can see I'm actually doing it on the stream. It's not triggering every time. Yeah, it's like one of those weird kind of pulse pains. It's not a proper... It's because it's alternating current, isn't it, on these? It's not a direct current electrocution. It does the sort of on off on off on off where you go like with your hand if you don't know. They hurt more because they're higher voltage. No, because the newer ones, well, at least these style newer ones, they're like a constant 100 voltage or whatever it is. The older ones, the faster you spin them, the faster they, like the higher the voltage goes. So basically, if you're really slowly turning it, you won't get a ring. And then, you know, slightly medium speed, you get a very weak ring. And high speed, you get a proper ring. Because the magneto works that the faster you spin it, you know, the higher the voltage gets. So yeah, the Soviet one, and my old British one, let's get this one out. Hang on 1 second. Fuck off you. Right. If you want to go retro torture techniques, proper good old magneto phone. Already got the electrodes attached to it, so disconnect those bastards. Oh, and the actual things at the proper end on this thing, right. So we're going to winch this bastard. And I bet it'll go higher, because the faster you spin it, the faster, the higher the electrical current goes. Long distance call, they used to call it in torture. Right, okay. This isn't going to end well, right. Ow. That does a little pulse. When you turn it slightly, that's like a tingling in your fingers. Ow! Yeah, that hurts more. The retro phones hurt more just because I guess you can winch them faster. Let's try that one more time. So yeah, with little twists, you get like a pulse in your hand. It's weird. Ow. It's like somebody kind of flicked you. It's like somebody did that to you. Yeah, it's very similar to that. But the faster you turn it... yeah. That's painful. Right, let's try again. I wonder what happens if you connect them and then touch there. If I'm more conductive than the field phone. No, I'm not more conductive than that. Okay. Right, ready? Yeah, you can't do it for long. And again, that's why it's a torture technique, because people are tied down. It's pins of them, and they go full out for ages, but yeah. It's kind of like a burn sensation if you're touching something, you know, and then your hand goes... It's like that. Yeah, with this, it's weird. It's, the old magneto sort of power thing. Yeah. It's like you want to move your hand away. Obviously, with an electrocution, if something's strong enough, you grip rather than let go. So you can't do that. But yeah, it's weird, but yeah, it's not nice. I can see why you could torture people with this. What I'm going to try, and this is fucking stupid, is putting one on the left side of my buttocks and one on the right side of my buttocks, and let's see if we can crank it through me. No, that just literally feels like a sting on each side of my arse. So yeah. And I get a static shock through the fucking phone itself. So yeah, you can't go through too much fat. So with this method of torture, they'd have had to have done it. You know, like I can understand why they do it on people's balls, but yeah. It would have to be a balls, a hand, something like that. You can't do it through a few fat of human body. You know, inches of fat, centimetres of fat. Because then it goes back to the method of least resistance is the phone to the human hand. Slavic Chernobyl, talking about old field telephones and electrocution. No, that's a really bad idea because that can stop your heart, so that's why I wouldn't do that. Even though, as much as is wrong with me, I think my heart's alright, I wouldn't want to test that. But yeah, the reason it works is because it's the path of least resistance for electrical flow. So when you have it in your hand, like I was saying before, you start cranking it and you get little... It's weird. Yeah, you get the little bits of flow that make you kind of do that. But across your chest, the problem is it can stop your heart muscles. That's where it fucks with your lungs and your heart. Both hands I'll try it, but I don't think it'll do anything. Well, both hands will be difficult because I need to crank it with one hand. Let's try it. It's jumping from my right hand to the phone unit on the right and just giving me like a little burn. It's not very interesting. Yeah, it's pretty boring. It's basically like somebody going to your right hand when you're cranking the crank. Yeah. In one hand, like I said, across an intimate part of your body, I can definitely see this being a proper form of torture. Just it. Ow, ow. Yeah. But yeah, it's very much a, very close part of the body to send a pulse through it, contract the muscles sort of torture. I don't think it would work across anywhere big. Old electric field telephones, I'm going off soon. That's what's happening. But yeah, when I got my voltmeter out on the older videos, it starts off something like 60 volts, and the faster you crank it, it goes up to something like 100 volts. It's basically based on the speed you crank the crank. Yeah, because like that, I can't even jump through the cables to my hand. DIY protection from fallout, bottles of water, because water is really, really good at stopping neutrons and gamma rays. Anyway, I'll be off. So yeah. Field telephones are awful. I'm not going to do it fucking in my ear. Yes, I can understand why it's a form of torture now doing that. Just once more before I go off. Right, ready? I'm dreading it even before I took... Ow. Like that speed, it's just like a pulse. Yeah, and when it goes fast enough, your hand goes like that. You drop it. Right, goodbye everybody, thank you for watching, and yes, electrocution from field telephones is definitely a form of torture. Especially if somebody's tied up and you're beating them at the same time or whatever. But, yes. Have a good evening, everybody, afternoon, whatever. Right, bye.